Okay, so if we're looking to solve trig equations by the graphs, what it's really asking us to do is to draw the graph and use that to help us solve the equations. We're going to do two similar questions to the ones that you've got in your homework there. So if we were asked to solve sine x degrees equals 0 between 0 and 360, so when we draw our graph we're only going to have to draw it between 0 and 360, what we're going to have to think about is we're going to have to think about what the graph y equals sine x looks like. So sine starts at 0, it goes through 180 and 360 on our x-axis as well, and on our y-axis it goes between 1 and -1. That's your standard sine graph. It's 1 at 90, so that's the turning point 91, and it's -1 at 270. Okay, so our graph's got to join all of those up, and remember it's not a parabola, it's kind of a wee bit smoother, and we should have that. So there's our graph. Now if we look at the question, we're being asked where sine x is equal to 0. Well, it's equal to 0 here, and here, and here. Those are the 3 points where the y coordinate would be 0. So our answers to sine x degrees equals 0 would be 0 degrees, 180 degrees, and 360 degrees. If you were asked where it was 1, it would be 90. If you were asked where it was -1, it would be 270. And you could do the same for cos, which is what you're being asked to do in the homework, or for tan as well. But then you're also being asked in a similar way to do the same for sine 2x, or I think in the homework's case it will be cos 2x. But let's look at sine 2x together. So we're going to draw the graph of sine 2x. Now what you need to think about is, what does that 2 do? That 2 means that instead of one wave in 360, we're going to have 2 waves in 360. So we're still going between 0 and 360. And on the y-axis we're still going between 1 and -1, because it's still just a normal kind of sine graph in that respect. It's not sine x plus 3 or 3 sine x, okay? It's just got the usual amplitude of 1. Let's mark on our halfway point, 180. And now we know that one wave of sine needs to fit between 0 and 180 if 2 need to fit between 0 and 360. So we're drawing the graph y equals sine 2x. And we're going to have one wave in 180 and then a second wave in 360. Now it's not the neatest graph in the world, but it's going to give us the right idea. Okay, where's halfway between 0 and 180? That's 90, so that coordinate there would be 90. This one would be 45, 1. Okay, and this one would be 135 -1. Where's halfway between 180 and 360? This should be the halfway point. That would be 270. Okay, so this point here and this point there are halfway between those two. So halfway between 180 and 270, you're adding 45 on, so it would be 225, 1. And this point here, you're adding 45 on, that would be 315, -1. But the question again is asking us, where is sine 2x equal to 0? So this time we've got more points where sine 2x equals 0. We've got 5. So sine 2x equals 0, where x is 0, x is 90, x is 180, x is 270, and x is 360. So that will hopefully help you with question 13 in the homework, which is similar, it's just asking you about cos.